What's up everyone? Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. Today, we're here with the all-new SkyTrak Max. So, SkyTrak Max is interesting. I'm gonna do a full unboxing. We're gonna talk about what sets it apart from the SkyTrak Plus, but you're gonna notice that this looks very similar. There's only a few options that are going to be different, and I kind of have some speculation of where they're going with all this. So make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna get it out of the box. We're gonna connect it with the new 5.8 software and show you an all-new training module that is meant specifically for what this device offers as well. We'll talk about pricing, all those things. So let's just go ahead and get the unit out of the box. I'm sure everybody wants to see it. So it's gonna stand out right away versus the SkyTrak Plus. That's the unit that we've been covering in the channel because it's really just totally different color. So it is in a gray, almost charcoal color now, but it is in the same case. So you are gonna look at it at first and you're gonna say, well, that's just a color change. Well, you have to turn the unit around and you'll see right away that there's actually a pretty big change that now allows for dual USB, one dedicated for power, and then the other one for a USB connection to the computer. So I can appreciate this. When I first got the SkyTrak Plus, I was connecting with USB to my computer, and I noticed right away that you could not power the device and have it connected to a computer. Now, since then, I will tell you, the network mode that's offered is pretty much all I use. If you look at my recent videos, as long as you have a good network signal in your house, that's all I use now. I mean, I turn it on, it recognizes it right away because my computer's on the same network and I really have no issues. Now, what else stands this unit apart? Well, the swing speed training that it has. And it's not just swing speed training where you can use a regular golf club or a swing speed training aid, but they've actually built a software module inside of there that we're gonna show here in just a minute. Now there are a couple little hidden things that were kind of under the hood that weren't, I don't think, fully disclosed when they released this model a few days ago, that they've actually reconfigured and like restabilized a few components inside of the device. So that's just gonna help, I think, better for probably more of like maybe if you're hitting fat shots or anything like that, where the unit is just more stabilized, can be more precise. So there's still gonna be the same accuracy, same type of delay from what I understand. It's not like they had major component changes inside, just some better stabilization. Now I'm sure a lot of you might be wondering, well, I just bought a SkyTrak Plus, or maybe I've had SkyTrak Plus for a little while. Now this comes out, what do I do? Well, they actually have an upgrade model. So I'll put the numbers up on the screen there, and rather going through them all, I'll let you guys take a look at those really quick. So they are offering different levels of upgrades. So if you're within like 90 days, you'll have a certain price. Older, you'll have another price. They're allowing everyone to kind of fit into that depending on how long you've had your model. And I think that that is fair for them to do. This model coming in at $29.99, the current SkyTrak Plus is still on sale at $19.99. And as always, I want to remind you guys, I do provide a link and a discount code in the description and pinned to the top of the comments. They're nice enough to share that with me, and it helps support the channel, which I greatly appreciate, and it gets you the lowest price available, of course. So might be something where you're just saying, hey, SkyTrak Plus is plenty for me. I don't need the extra features, and you stick with that for now. But I kind of have some speculation that this unit is kind of going to replace SkyTrak Plus eventually, especially with that type of aggressive upgrade that they're offering. I would just think that that's kind of where they're going. So now that we have the unit unboxed, there's not a whole else to go over or see. Let's dive right in, connect it to the software, and I want to show you guys the new training module. All right, we have our all-new SkyTrak Max set up in the studio. We actually used the network mode to connect. There are 3 different modes that I want you guys to be aware of. You can connect via direct Wi-Fi, where you find the wireless network of the device and connect direct, or you can proceed to network mode, where it connects to your local network. All right, or you can do USB connection. All right, so there are various ways to connect, and obviously you can charge now and be connected via USB. I did want you guys to see what is included with the unit. You do have a nice little velvet kind of carrying bag. You probably want to put maybe your cables in there. Comes with 2 very nice cables now, 2 ports, so 2 cables, also a charging block as well. And these have some really good length to them, which I like to see. And this is just standard documentation that comes with the unit. Now, let's dive right in. We are going to show you guys under practice the new speed training module. And this is cool. It comes with an all new range as well. So kind of a long drive range. And there's things inside of here to help you work on speed training we're going to talk about. So when you hit play now, if this was your very first time, it prompted me what I wanted to work on. Do I want to work on total distance? Or do I want to work on an actual club head speed? And I'll explain that to you guys when we move forward here in just a second. I also like how it's going to track your speed. So you can see when I initially set it up, and then you can see actually today when I got the software all installed and was ready to go, that I actually now can see a benchmark of where I was and where I'm going. So it's cool, it kind of gives you some progress, all right, along the way. And there's two different modes you can choose. You don't have to do the speed training, you can go right to the range. And I'll show you what the range looks like after we complete speed training. To learn about speed training is just an intro video, and we're going to talk more about video and content once we go and click next. Now, this is that main screen. I'll actually take down my video to talk about it really quick. Now, like I mentioned, it's going to prompt you for a goal. You can edit this goal at any time, and it even prompts you if you beat that goal for some options. I'll see if I can do that today and show you guys. But you can target distance or club head speed. I prefer club head speed. The reason is, you know, it's not always going to be a perfect strike, or depending on what your spin or launch is, it's going to be different than everybody. So it's just an estimate, right? So I'm going to estimate 117 today. Man, I sure hope I can get there, but I don't know. I hit 116. That was that goal you saw there. So we're going to try to swing really hard. Now you do have the option to use your driver or a speed trainer. Some of you might be on programs with weighted speed trainers and you want to use that. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to use a driver today because I just feel like that'd be good to actually see how fast I can swing my own driver. Now, down in the lower right, you'll see drills. That is where they're going to load content for you. Professional long drivers, instructors, all kinds of things that they're going to give you as far as tips and drills to where you can increase your club head speed, things to work on when you're using this module. So I'm excited to see, I guess they're loading that stuff right now. So maybe we'll do a follow-up video and show you guys how that works. But let's just dive right in. Listen, I'm going to explain something to you. I can try to swing this as hard as I can, and that's kind of what I found, you know, club head speed to be all about. You gotta build it up, get as high as you can, then back it down and see if you can make good contact with the ball. So let's just see what we can do. Now, the very first thing I wanna show you is that just kind of that standard swing, right? I wanna swing and get ball down there, but I'm not worried about OB or something. I don't wanna make a crazy swing out of it. So let's just make a normal swing. Should be some decent speed. Yeah, 107.7. If you guys watch, you know, any of my videos, that's where you're going to see if I'm swinging at it on a normal day, 108 to 110. So let's just try to get just a little bit more out of it now. I highly recommend that you guys do stretching and everything before. So that's what I tried to do. And that's why I made a couple swings. I was like, man, where am I at today? Can I even accomplish close to what I want to demonstrate? 109. So I bumped it up a little bit more. Now, a tip from my swing coach that he kind of figured out and passed on to me is that if you really want to generate a lot of club head speed, you can really extend and get your hands up high, your chest up high. And then it really allows you to release that club and just get that speed at impact. So we're going to give that a shot here and see how high we can go. Don't want to get too tired before having hit an actual ball out on that range. Should be faster. 112. Can we get to 117? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm making contact at that speed. 113.8, not too bad. I like how you also don't have to be perfect. See, this is where I'm running out of juice. I shouldn't have made those swings testing everything out ahead of time. 113.7, you know, because when I'm swinging, I'm not going to be making contact with the ball as hard as I'm swinging. At least I don't think. Good contact, let's say. But it's still going to read that club head speed fine. All right, let's see if we can really let one rip here. Come on, be it. 114.4. So what happens, and I can even show this to you, if you wanted to lower your goal and say, hey, my goal is 115. All right, I could do that. That's today's goal. Now the pressure's on. Can I get there? Oh, let's see. It's amazing how you get tired when you're swinging that hard. I mean, I'm coming out of my shoes. I did it. 115.6. All right, so set your goal, make it achievable. That was kind of where I was at. I figured I was being a little ambitious there at 117, but Now it prompts you and says you hit your goal of 115. Now, would you like to test that out in the range mode? Bump up your goal to 117.6, that's its recommended bump, or keep swinging. All right, so I want to demonstrate range mode. So let's go ahead and select range mode. It's going to automatically take us out to this new long drive range. I will take my camera down just for 1 second and show you guys, you can edit your goal out on the range. All right, so that is available. It is giving you true flight of the golf ball, so you'll know when you're making these crazy swings if it, is a huge slice or a duck hook or whatever it may be, and it gives you access to go back to speed mode and drills, and now you're also getting ball speed data. What I actually like that they've done is they've just ignored all of the data where you might just be getting too much information. You're here to increase speed. So like, don't worry about if the launch angle was low or high, or, you can look at the flight, but focus on clubhead speed and the result to ball speed. Sorry, I'm flashing my driver all around, so it's like, what are you doing? So let's go ahead and try to make maybe a solid swing at first. Now that we got warmed up, where can we get that clubhead speed, but actually make contact with the ball? That might be the best you're gonna see out of me all day. That was 110, 165. Unfortunately, didn't quite release the club, so it was a little bit of a push. It wasn't bad contact. I got ball speed of 165. And if you guys watch the channel, that's pretty good for me. I'm happy with 165. I can get up there, but I'm also trying to hit fairways. So, all right, let's increase some clubhead speed. Remember, the goal is not a perfect shot. The goal is to see if you can get the clubhead speed, and then you can always find a comfortable swing, which will usually be a higher baseline. See, that was a huge miss. So way high on the face, open clubhead face. At least my clubhead speed went up though. So, that's the thing. Like, can you find a happy medium where you're raising your clubhead speed and yet you can actually make good contact? But I want to see if I can get clubhead speed high and at the same time make fair contact. Even if it's bad, I'm raising my clubhead speed with a ball in front of me. That one I think is gonna, should go left because it was a little bit of a toe ball. But once again, 110.8, 165 ball speed. That ball's over 300 yards. So I don't think today am I gonna be able to, make really good contact, especially after having some knee procedure done, trying to alleviate some issues with my knees. I'm kind of in recovery mode, so I purposely have shoes on that aren't too grippy so I can release my feet and not be too hard on my knees, but kind of happy with that after taking a little bit of time off and, not working out much. Not too bad, huh? Let's see if we can reach just a little bit. I reached, but I just don't know if I generated, 113. That's it, that reach work where you get the chest up high. I think that where you miss it is see how the ball speed went to 164? And that was because I mishit it. So my instant, instinct is gonna tell me, well, that wasn't a good drive. But I actually carried 280 and went 305, even with a mishit, because that clubhead speed got up to 113. I wanted to pause the video just for a second to show you guys the speed session summary. So without actually finishing the session, this doesn't come up. So I wanted just to show you guys what it looked like. So in your speed mode, you actually can filter out your different goals. So if you want to filter those out, but you can see in my 115 goal, it was 115.6. Now, once I had that 117 point goal in there, you can see I was struggling and struggling. It was kind of funny how I lowered it, gave it my all, and got there. Now, here's where things get really cool. You have ball speed, swing speed, and then your goal speed in a chart. In this range, it also shows you tour average ball speed and tour average club speed. Now, it's shocking for me to think that I'm actually close to the tour average club head speed once I really got things kind of ripping. So very cool to see that. And you can also see throughout those swings, your club speed, your ball speed, your smash factor, your carry, and total distance in a nice chart. So a very good recap screen. I just wanted to show this to you guys really quick. I have to be honest with you. I think that this is going to allow people to really benchmark themselves, give themselves goals. I'm very excited to see where everything's going to go inside of that module drills section, so you can actually learn more. Every day maybe work on something, right? They might teach you a little bit of ground forces one day. They might teach you a little bit of kind of what I was saying, how if you kind of stand up a little bit taller in your swing, you might be able to generate more. It might not be for you, you know, but I think it's going to be something where people could actively come up with a program, swing without a ball, even without a driver. All right, they could be in their safe travel hotel room or something with a trainer, you know, swing speed trainer, and all they need is their SkyTrak. They could be working on a speed training drill. So it's very exciting stuff, and you get a new range out of it too, which is a fun range. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think. Obviously, we'll do a lot more with this device. I always just want to do a first look video. Hey, this is what it looks like. This is what it comes with. This is what's different. Show it in real life. Able to read these higher club head speeds is good to see. I do have a lot of people that inquire sometimes, and they're like, well, what if I'm in the 160 range of ball speed, can it do that? Well, it can. Have I tested it above like 166 or whatever it was? No, I think I hit 167 one time during testing. So I have not been able to get above 170 yet. So maybe we'll get someone who can do that. I can confirm it with you guys. As always, make sure you check out the link and the discount code in the description and pinned to the top of the comments. It helps support the channel, but also gets you the best price that's available. So stay tuned, guys. There'll be a lot more coming soon.